Hey guys, so I have a lot of jerseys that I would like to show. So let's get started. So first things first, I actually have Robinson Cano. The cool feature about this jersey is it's number 24. And funny enough, Robinson Cano is named after the Black Legend. And he wanted to honor him by reversing the number that the Black Legend had worn. So he chose this number. Anyway, that's one of them in my collection. The next one is obviously the captain, Aaron Judge, greatest baseball player of all time. It actually does have the patch. All Rise, Aaron Judge, New York Yankees, and then his jersey number. This one you may know, obviously with the Mickey Mantle patch and then the Memorial Armband. This is Bernie Williams, believe it or not. If you guys are not from New York or anything like that, but you probably know who this is. So this is Bernie Williams. Hold on one second. Probably do a second. This one. Obviously, I have a very old jersey, very, very old. This is number 15. Number 15 is not worn anymore. It has the 100th anniversary. And then, hold on, let me see. It has the name stitched on there at Thurman Munson, 1969. And believe it or not, the Yankee logo actually goes below the chest for this one. That's a pretty cool feature. Let me see. The next one I have is a remade. This is a remade Andy Pettitte autographed jersey from 2008. As you can see, the old Yankee Stadium patch. 1923 to 2008. And the 2008 All-Star Game patch. This one's a little bit different because you can see it doesn't have the white outer core, I would say, or something like that. But then it has the flags right above the frieze. So yeah, this is actually my own version. The next one I actually have. A lot of people also know, 27. I know a couple of guys that actually worn this number. Let's go back to I'd say around 1998, when the Yankees and the Orioles played. This is the time that Tino Martinez actually got drilled in the back. Again, Tino Martinez was number 24, not 23, on the Yankees, but was 23 on I think he was on the Florida Marlins, I believe, or probably like one of those teams he was with. Anyway, this is actually true story, but after Armando Benitez drilled Martinez and got thrown out, the Yankees decided, okay, let's go. Enough is enough. And Darryl Strawberry, again, at the time he was number 39, after he was traded from the Mets when he was number 18 there. Darryl Strawberry charged at Armando Benitez and sucker punched him. And then what had happened was Graham Lloyd, who was the pitcher that time, he actually won this number. He actually went after Benitez. So did Scott Brosius, Darryl Strawberry, and a number of others. So yeah, that was a crazy one that time. But yeah, that was the number, and it was worn by Joe Girardi, Raul Ibanez, and then obviously Giancarlo Stanton, as well as Austin Romine. The next jersey I actually have. This jersey is actually used a lot in spring training. The last person to actually wear this jersey was George Lombard. The only pitcher that worn it this year was, in fact, Sean Boyle. Now, last year it was Augustin Ramirez that wore this number as well. So this one's actually a pretty cool jersey. The next number I have of the Yankees, this one's pretty cool. This one was worn by a lot of players. Like if Goose Gossage were to return, and if he had a son that had the nickname Gosling and was also, the junior version of his father, where he's, Rich Gossage Jr., but his nickname being Gosling. Gossage Jr. would probably wear number 45, and Gossage Sr., Goose, would probably wear number 54. So that way they have the reverse numbers. But anyway, the current player is Garrett Cole. To wear number 45. Funny story. When Garrett Cole was acquired to the Yankees from the Houston Astros, the only designated hitter at the time that was on the Yankees was actually wearing this number, and it was Luke Voit. Luke Voit actually hit a home run off of Garrett Cole in Houston. Remember that? I mean, that was the time that Luke Voit was still wearing number 45 on the Yankees, and Garrett Cole on the Astros was also wearing number 45. But again, that was the number that was actually used in the 2019 Houston Astros New York Yankees game when the home run was hit by Voit off of Cole. The next number I have, this is the number I could see Garrett Cole wearing next. A funny story about this jersey number, we actually had in 1998, we had a famous player. He's the one that actually put the Yankees back in the World Series in 1976 and 1977. Funny enough, he actually became a coach and wore this number because he was born in 1948. So he wore number 48 while he was in his 50s. And then funny enough, the number he wore in 1976 and 1977, when he hit those 2 home runs in the ALCS, was number 10. But if you look at the 1976 ALCS final home run, that was by Chris Chambliss, you would have heard, that one, you would hear like the announcement. That goes deep into right field. That's gone. It is gone. Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant for the New York Yankees. That was, I think, broadcast channel that was broadcast in the 1976 ALCS game. along with, I think, ABC. But you would remember, like, Phil Rizzuto, who was also on the Yankees, and he also wore number 10, but shortstop. He actually said it after the ball had gone directly into behind the bullpen, you would have heard, "Holy cow, Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant," or something like that. You know, that was Phil Rizzuto when he said, "Holy cow." But yeah, that was that time. And then you have in 2007, something like that. But I remember you had, in 2008 and 2009, you had Phil Koch. Phil Koch, funny enough, is the only player to actually have the theme "Welcome Home" for the Yankees tickets. He's the only pitcher to have ever used that. The only pitcher. When he was called up by Joe Girardi, September 21st, 2008. If you look back at that time, you would have heard the music from "Welcome Home" as he's walking in. That's Phil Koch's theme for the Yankees. So, yeah. And then we go down the line. We also have Chris Carter wearing the number. Same with Tommy Kahnle. Tommy Kahnle actually wore the number as well. This was right before Tommy Kahnle came in. Chris Carter had worn it in 2017 before Tommy was in. And then Tommy Kahnle left, headed for Los Angeles, even though he was drafted from Chicago, after he was drafted from, Colorado, and after he was drafted from, Staten Island. So, yeah, that being said. So, after he was drafted to Los Angeles, he gave up his number 48 jersey, and the now departed Anthony Rizzo took over the number as first base, and not a pitcher, even though he kind of pitched a few times. And now he's gone because he got hit in the neck, suffered a concussion along with a broken elbow, I believe, or something like that, or wrist or whatever. And then we also have, now we have Paul Goldschmidt, who's taking over for Rizzo as number 48 and first baseman. He's actually the replacement. So, yeah, that's that. And then we go down the line. We actually have the last Yankee jersey. This is the jersey that, one of the jerseys that Chris Chambliss has worn. This is the 1970s Chris Chambliss jersey. As you can see, it's number 10. The last time this one was at Yankee Stadium was September 10th, 2023. You would have not seen me wear it at all. But, yeah, it was there that night, or that evening, actually. So, yeah, that was jersey. The next one I have, I'll flip it over this way first. But this is a Brooklyn Dodgers Jackie Robinson jersey. Tell by the number 42, it says Brooklyn blazing across, and the Brooklyn B, which looks like a Red Sox B. And it says Classic Authentics, and then it says Jackie Robinson, 1947 to 1956. So, yeah, the red 42 actually kind of gives it away that it is the Dodgers. And then we have the blue 42, largely blazing across the front, the back, along with the large name on the back, Jackie Robinson. The last baseball jersey I want to show, this is actually a one I got off of Temu, and it is fake, but it is an exact replica of of Mike Piazza's 1999/2000 jersey. So this is this is a mixture of both years, 1999 and 2000, where they took the 2000 jersey and they took the name away to make it look like a late 90s, early 2000s, well, late 1999, early 2000 Mets jersey with the 31. So that's pretty cool. And then the last jersey I have, this one's pretty cool. Last jersey that actually had something. This is my Wayne Gretzky jersey from the Canada hockey team. As you can see, this is after he retired, so it says Gretzky, and then his number in 99. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with my jerseys. And then also, for good measure, I could probably show. Hold on one second. Yep. And then the number 42 blazing across the back with name Robinson. But anyway, that's it. Bye.